For me personally, it has nothing to do with the election. It does have everything to do with the sanctity of law. Now, some people are going to say that I'm lying, and some people are going to say that I'm ignorant, but I go to bed at night quite well, knowing that I'm doing everything I can to make sure that no other election in the future is questioned on either the premise of de facto statuses or open government law. I figure by making all of this stuff public, then when the next election rolls around, no one can complain or argue that there should be different results.
The lawyer for former Gutierrez campaign staffer CARLO Branch filed a petition for declaratory relief in Superior Court today. In it, attorney Gary Gumatautau argues that the Guam Election Commission did not comply with the requirements of the Americans with Disabilities Act when publishing a number of its notices last year. The complaint details a number of instances where the GEC either failed to mail or failed to personally deliver, post, or provide public notice of its meetings and decisions and orders. That was in violation not only of the Americans with Disabilities Act, but Gumatautau argues the Guam Open Government Law as well.
In order for a meeting of a commission to be valid, and in order for that commission to take action, any board or commission must provide a 5-day notice through media or a paper of general circulation, and in addition, a 2-day notice in media or a paper of general circulation. The other requirement is that every notice must have a specific ADA coordinator mentioned so that persons with a hearing disability or a visual impairment can get the assistive technology or aid that they need.
Branch says he previously spoke to the election board and wrote a letter and even had a conversation with its attorney, Cesar Cabot, about the notice violations. But Branch says he never received a response.
Every government meeting, both with boards and commissions, as well as with the Department of Education School Board, must follow the open government law. Even the Judiciary Committee, which was headed at the time by former Chief Justice Bobby Torres, canceled its recent meeting of the Judiciary Committee because it did not follow open government law. Now, if the judicial branch of government and executive branch appointed commissions follow the law with respect to open government proceedings, I don't see why the GEC should not.
Branch's lawsuit asks that the court declare that all actions taken by the Guam Election Commission at all of the meetings cited in the lawsuits in September 15th of last year be declared null and void.
Wouldn't voiding those meetings of necessity invalidate the election because none of the votes that were taken would have been valid?
I'm not going to anticipate what a court is going to do or isn't going to do. I am going to say that from this point on, the Election Commission is fully on notice that it must meet all the requirements of law. Now, if the court says that it's necessary to apply that backward, retroactively, then fine, and that's something the GEC has to deal with. But for right now, no one can argue that the GEC did not know it was required to follow the law, and that's the point of this suit.
Kevin Kerrigan, PNC News.